Good evening, everyone.
Good evening.
Come on in.
Come on in.
Let's see if I can find us live or not. Oh, here we are. It didn't pop up for me, did it, Hugh?
Yeah.
Okay.
Madison, hi.
Hi, Madison.
Hi, Cindy.
Hi, Cindy.
I gotta make sure my...
LaFrenzo.
LaFrenzo. I'm gonna share.
Okay, thank you. We're going to give it just a second. Okay, there's Beth Ann. There's Jean.
Hi,
There's
Beth Ann.
Lucy.
Hi, Jean.
There's Mary Jo. So, there's Karen. Hi, Karen. Or as you would say, hi, Gracie.
Hi, Gracie.
Hi, Nancy. Hi, Kelly. Hi, Becky. Woohoo. Hi, Anna. So, we've got a kind of lot to cover in a short amount of time. So, we're going to get moving, okay, Bill?
Okay, get moving.
Anything new in Bill's world? Nope. Okay. Then we'll just keep going.
Spring's gonna return.
Oh, I hope it would get here soon. It was cold today. It did not feel springy at all.
No.
So, Paper Pumpkin, just want to let you guys know, Bill, when do they have to sign up by?
The 10th.
The 10th of April.
Yep.
If you want to make this, it says it's 12 fun-shaped cards in coordinating envelopes. And from what they showed, it looks like it's popsicle sticks, but it's good for all ages.
Looks cool.
So you probably want to maybe make some for kiddos or get them involved in making them.
Help.
That's right. Okay. Remember, last chance products, and we're going to be talking about some last chance products tonight.
Make sure you get them before they're gone.
It is kind of...
They will be gone.
Right. Some of the stuff, especially consumables, will be gone before the time period ends, and you won't be able to get them again. Things like, I don't know if they're going to guarantee the stamp sets this time or not. I'm not sure, but certain things they'll have around for till the end of the mini catalog. Okay. Ooh, this is my part where I say, please join my team. I would love to have you on my team. So it's a fun, creative group. We've got challenges that we do and just a fun group, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Hi, France.
Hi, France.
Indiana tonight.
Ooh, I thought she was going to be working.
She said she pulled into a truck stop.
Great. So Piccadilly Perks, if you do not know what this is, I have a perks program for being a loyal customer to Piccadilly Stamping, and for every $35 purchase per time gets you a perks rewards. It's kind of a buy 10 get one free. Piccadilly Parfait, this is just my reminder that it is going to happen this Friday, so I will see you Friday at 4 p.m. Central Time. And then stamp pack. So my last stamp pack went off so well. Guess what? I decided to do it again this month. Oh,
cool.
I changed the side. This time I'm going to be using the Hydrangea Hill Designer Series paper. So basically placing a $70 order between April 1st and April 30th using my current host code, which this is currently the current host code. You will get a free stamp pack from me. So it is a pre-cut set of cardstock and the Designer Series paper. It's all packaged, ready to go with instructions for 5 cards. And you know what? You can use it for any sentiment that you have on hand.
Wow.
So that means it can be for any occasion. I will let you know that there was a little pre-thought in this, and I decided to use the Hydrangea Hill, which is this really beautiful Designer Series paper.
So they can make it for Mother's Day.
So if you wanted to make a card for Mother's Day, or if you have someone who is like mom or mother-in-law, you could do that, or stepmom. Or if you wanted to make a pack of really pretty cards to give to your mom, you could do that also. So that's why this is going on through April. And also, every $70 purchase is going to get you 2 Piccadilly Stampin' rewards. So kind of a win-win.
Win-win.
That's right. All right. Bill.
Hey, what rock group has 4 men in it who don't sing?
What rock group has 4 men who don't sing? I don't know. What rock group has 4 men that don't
Mount
sing?
Rushmore.
Oh, bad. Grown. Ooh. Keep trying on those bad dad jokes. Okay. I'm going to have you start me off with just the set here.
Okay.
So this is the In Bloom. This is what we're going to be working on our card tonight. It comes with 26 dies and a stamp set, and it is a photopolymer stamp set. So we're going to be using both the dies and the stamp set tonight. One of the ways, I've had a couple of questions. So this is going to be one of my videos that's going to be tips and tricks. I've had a couple of questions about how do I store my stuff. Now, there are all sorts of suggestions out there, and there are all sorts of companies that will sell you things to put your dies into or on that are magnetic, that hold them up so you can see them. That's great.
They liked my joke.
They did like your joke?
A few did.
A few did. Die-hard fans, right? Okay.
Gene didn't. Gene's you.
So, but I don't do that. Let me tell you why I don't do that. First of all, I mark how many dies are on it. I keep it in the original package so I know what it is. This is the Pierced Bloom dies, and it has 26 dies that come with it. And the reason why I don't is because if I take this and put this in another carrier, I can never find what I need with this stamp. So I have decided that instead of buying all that expensive stuff, these cost like $1.88 at Wally World, and so I bought some nice rubber bands, and they stack on my shelf together so I don't lose them. That's my tip number 1. If it doesn't work for you, that's fine. If you have all that other stuff, that's fine. But someone asked me what I did. Someone else also asked me how I keep my stamps together. You guys see me use Project Box a lot. So if I'm working with this stamp set and die collection and this paper and all this stuff for whatever I'm doing, if I'm doing a massive amount, I buy these. This is my recent purchase. They were a whole $1 at the Dollar Tree. And that way,
big spender.
Yeah. My other ones were off Amazon, and they were a lot more expensive that you've seen me use in the past. But this is how I keep all my blocks for this project that I'm working on together. We'll be pulling this out in just a second. So that's tip number 2, just keeping it all in the same. So if I'm working on that project,
Tip 2.
everything is in there. Bill, you're goofy. And then for my, for instance, I have what I'm working on Friday with you guys. I have another project box, and that keeps all that together. So we're going for tip number 3. Are you wanting to announce that, or is that only
Tip 3?
There you go. He's a goofball. So then my other question is, and the best way for me to do something is to show you, was who wants to take all the time, because I do cut a lot of dies. And dies are actually less expensive in the long run than our punches are, even though I love the convenience of a punch. And they take up less room than the punches. So a lot of things have turned over to die cutting. So what I have found, and I've talked about this before, but I thought I would just do a quickie demonstration here. I take, for instance, this is something that we're going to be using tonight. And I take all of the...
On a piece of scrap paper, remind you.
Right. This is... You're good. You're doing
right.
it for me. And I just line everything up of what color I want to. And there are times where, like, I'll have the leaf die to this, and I only want maybe that color in this, and I will just take my scraps, cut them to size, so that all I'm doing essentially is just running this through one time, and then I can have all of these marvelous cutouts at one time.
Really?
So I'm not sitting there trying to cut out a bunch of different ones. So I think to some degree it's common sense, but I think to some degree some people forget that you can put more than one color on your, we'll just throw that in there because it didn't come out of the die thing. But I mean, so that is my other little tip. And I'm just going to throw these in here so I don't lose them, and I'm getting them out of the way because I actually have a few of the cards that I'm making tonight, and I don't want to lose these dies.
Oh, cool.
So I'm going to stick them in my little jar.
All right.
I get my trash one that you guys see me use all the time, and one with that I'm constantly, if this is the project I'm working on, then I will put them out, and when I'm done, I save, and you don't have to get these. We do sell these, but you can also use the covers of your dies. I save those because then you can put these back in there and put it right down into your stamp set. And then when the next time you're ready to play with this, you have, maybe you're using this in a different color, but you have them ready to go. Okay, done with the tips and those questions. Let me just show you our color palette. You kind of saw it. It's Pacific Point.
You used the mini boss today.
I did use the mini boss, yes. He's listening. Pacific Point, Daffodil Delight, Granny Apple Green, and Magenta Madness is my color palette. I like bright colors. These are so pretty. And I love black and white with a pop of color. So I'm going to be mixing that set with this. This is the True Love Designer Series paper. So I'm going to go ahead and pull this out. I have cut it at 6 inches down the center, and I am going to cut this at 2 inches so that we can have a piece to work on our project tonight. So this is our Stampin' trimmer. I love it. I'm going to be using it again here shortly.
Yeah.
For our project. So let's pull out, I just need this right now, not the whole project box. So next tip, with the mini slimline card. Now, if you were at my Celebration Appreciation, you guys got this cards and envelope sizes. These are my sizes. I need to do a shout out to Jean for helping me with making this.
Jean
Orwig.
Orwig.
Yep.
Okay.
So I'm going to do the mini slimline, which I just, it works very well if you do it to fit like a regular letter size envelope. Hand me that so I can show you. So this is the envelope, and a shout out to France for sending me some of these. So it is a card size is 3 1/4 by 6 1/4. So it fits in here perfectly. So you cut the paper at 6 1/2 by 6 1/4, and then you score it at 3 1/2. Now you can also do a gatefold, and a gatefold is the double in fold. So I added that on here too, of A2, A6, A7, A9 legal, a number 10, and this letter size. So this is what I call the mini slimline. All right, let me just start with our trimmer. I told you I'd bring it back in. I'm going to start off with basic black cardstock, and I'm going to put this in here. I'm going to move that out of my way. And we're going to cut this at 6 1/2, like it said. Okay, by 6 1/4. And what I love about this mini trimmer is that sometimes there's a gap in here. Not on this one. You can find that 6 1/4 right there.
Wow.
Love it. Okay, now that we know it's on the 6 1/4 side, we're going to turn it again because it said to score at 3 1/4. So we're going to turn it on the 6 1/2 side, and then it's got this score tool. Love this. You run it back and forth. You don't even have to press too hard. But now let me give you a little bit of information. You have the valley and the mountain. And from what my understanding is if you fold on the valley side, that it has, you know how sometimes cardstock can kind of crack? If you fold the other way, you get kind of the crack. So if you fold where the divot is, you're going to get less of a crack.
So how do they get that card with the dimensions?
That's just something that I had given out to my celebration appreciation, my customer appreciation. Are people wanting it?
Marsha should have gotten one.
Yeah, it should have been in your thing, Marsha.
Marsha, look in your gift bag.
It was in the card that I sent. And if you need it again, I'll email it to you.
Cindy Howard's like, can I get one of them cards?
Yes, Cindy, you can get one. Okay, so now where was I here? I get to talking and then I don't know what I'm doing.
Okay. Sorry.
What was I doing?
You were folding that.
I was folding it. So I explained the divot and the valley.
Yeah.
And scoring it on this side. Okay.
Yeah.
I'm going to hand you this.
More scrap. Does that go up here?
It can for now.
Okay.
So now I'm going to come back to this piece that we cut off at 6 by 2. And I want to cut this at an angle. And this is another thing that this tool is specifically good for. I really like it. I guess it just depends on your taste, but I love it. So let me just tell you what I have found. When you're going to cut at an angle, you just need to determine what you want that angle to be. Now, I know that I want it to have, you can cut from tip to tip if you want to, so that you get the diagonal going this way, but I wanted a little bit of a lip on each side. So the best way that I found is to just put it where you want it. So I'm going to go at the 1/2 inch lip, and I'm going to take it over here to the 1/2 inch. So where the cutting line is, there's a 1/2 inch, and you can do it also this way. It doesn't matter. It's just going to depend on how your card's going to go. So I'm going to start this at the 1/2 inch and this at the 1/2 inch, so that this 1/2 inch mark, well, that's 3/4. So see, it's a good thing I got you here, Bill. Yeah. So here is this 1/2 inch mark, and then this goes to like 1.5 inches on this side of the measurement. So I know that if I have this one lined up at the 1/2 inch mark on each side, it's going to be equal. Now, there's 2 ways of doing this. Some people hold it. I have had some luck where things move on me, so I just started using it, and unfortunately I'm using the same color washi tape, but I started just sticking a piece of washi tape down so that I know that my 2 tips are where they need to be. Okay, then I'm going to take my cutting tool. Tell me that that made sense to them.
Well, I hope so.
And I'm going to cut right through
made
that.
Sense to me.
Did it?
Yeah.
Oh, if I got you to understand, then they understand. They're professionals.
That's right.
So now I have 2 pieces that line up that are cut. And like I said, if I wanted to go tip to tip, I could have, and then that would have just been a stark triangle. But this has a little bit of, each has a 1/2 inch edge. Oh, look it. That's kind of neat. Anyway, bow tie.
Hey, is that a new host code?
That is a new host code. Listen, you had your Scooby snacks before.
Hey, looking for some more.
I guess so. He's going for the Scooby snacks.
Well, that's right.
Okay, so I'm going to try to determine how I want to do this. I want to take these. Now, I cut these at 6 because this is 6 1/4. So I definitely want to glue these on to where they're going to have a little 1/4 inch border down on this side as well as each side, like so, right? So that I'm getting this kind of an angle.
Kind of framing it?
Kind of framing it in. But I want to do a little heat embossing. I'm trying to determine what's the best way. I think I'm going to go ahead and glue it, and we'll work through this.
Okay, glue it and then emboss around it.
I'm going to.
You betcha.
And I'm going to give a little tip about that.
Oh, I see it.
So what tip are we on?
Tip 4.
Oh, we're on more than that. I had to explain the whole...
Yeah, okay, we're up to 6 then. Probably.
Listen to you.
I don't know. I lost
He lost count. Well, let's start from 6. Okay, using my favoriteest green glue, I'm going to give an equal border going around. I'm going to do the same on this side. Did they really like your joke?
Cindy says 4.
4 after all of those tips?
Hold on. 4 would have been the cutting of the paper.
Okay.
So this would be 5 when you get there.
Okay.
No, 5 was the fold.
Okay.
Okay.
I thought I had that.
And then this would be 6.
So, okay.
We're coming up on 6.
All right. Okay. So, first things first, when anybody who ever does, what is your question?
They're wanting to know if you could say the measurements again. It's
yes. For which?
The card.
Okay. So it's 6.5 by 6 1/4, scored at 3 1/4, and then I had a 2" by 6" piece of DSP that I cut at a diagonal from a 1/2 inch to the corner.
1.5 inches.
To an 1.5 inches. You're right. To the corner, and then the other one came apart, and then I just glued them around. There we go. Okay. All these questions and interruptions, Bill. I'm off my flow.
I'm sorry. I'm trying to answer the questions.
All right. So using your anti-static, and I use it pretty heavily, you guys.
No kidding.
A little cloud of dust here. All right. Putting that on, I am going to take, let me have the sentiment. The sentiment is, happy birthday, happy birthday, you're really the best.
Yep, you're really the best.
Okay. You really are the best. That's what it is. I knew it looked kind of funny. So I'm going to use Versamark here. And, yep, you got that out.
I'm ahead of you.
You're a good man. We've been planning a vacation. So, getting a little, we very, very much need one. Bill didn't get one last year. Now, hopefully I don't have my head in the video, so I'll stand up to see if I got this lined up. That's going to have to do it. All right. Now I'm going to use white embossing powder.
White embossing powder.
Are you just going to be repeating me all night?
I'm trying to.
Okay. All right. So here's a tip. Here's one tip. When you do something like this, well, when you do something like this on where you've already glued the paper, use a little brush and go over these edges before you take your heat tool through it. Ask me why, Bill.
Well, I know why.
Why?
So that the embossing powder doesn't stick to that paper.
Right. Okay. So, but I wanted this paper for a guide, so that's why I did it. But yes, you are correct. So, smarter than you look there, mister. Okay, so what is that? Keep those tips coming.
Oh.
What tip is this one?
That's number
6.
6.
Okay, so
on the back side, tip number 7.
When you're first setting it, someone taught me to do this because it keeps the little powders from moving around, just to get that heat started. And as you can see it come through. Perfect, perfect. Okay, then 7. Tip number 7 is going to be, do not touch embossing powder while it's hot. Trust me, I've learned. Okay, here's the next one. When you got it heavy and you got it on a dark fabric like this, microfiber towels
Microfiber towel
is the best way.
You can get that You can get that in any auto parts store in the car care section.
That's where I usually get most of my crafting supplies. But once that cools down, go over so that you don't have that haze on there, okay? There you go. Microfiber towels. They work the best for it. Or a t-shirt, a really soft t-shirt. Okay, so now we've got that done. And Bill, you're killing me here. Did you guys,
really?
Did you guys hear his salesman pitch? Microfiber towels.
Hey.
Okay, we're going to set this aside.
Why do melons have a wedding?
Why do melons have a wedding?
Yeah.
'Cause they're fruity? I don't know. Why?
Because they cantaloupe.
Oh my gosh. Listen to him. Will you hand me my stamps? Good Lord. They cantaloupe. Oh my gosh. Is Angie on here?
She is.
Oh, Angie's
Colton
probably
is too.
having a heyday with that. Probably France too. Okay. So I've pulled out what?
They're laughing.
Oh, they think he's funny, huh? Please don't encourage this. That's all I can say. So I'm going to start with, I have a 3x6 piece of basic white. I keep wanting to say whisper white. And this is going to be the inside of the card. We haven't finished decorating the outside, but let's get this drying here on the inside. So I'm going to take some of the magenta.
Ooh, wow.
And I'm going to bring...
Get your soft pad in there.
Yep. See?
Oh, hey, Gene Shoot goes to my store, Harbor Freight.
Oh, jeez. Actually, there are a few things that I have gotten. For dies, I have a metallic plate that sits on my die cutting station so that I can put those little...
Magnet.
Yeah, it's magnetized. So, okay, so I'm just going to start with doing a little flower here in the corner. And then, since it is a flower, let's throw some greenery on this.
Some leaves.
And, oh, why did I just do that?
I don't know, you just tap that.
Right in there. That's no Gouda.
No Gouda.
Okay, so I'm going to full strength tap that down. Because that leaves a line in it, I'm going to go back in full strength, tap it off to half strength, and then I get two different variations of that color of green from this.
Sweet!
Have you never seen
Got
that
the tap
before?
off. No, I've seen it.
Oh, okay. And while I'm doing this, I'm going to do this together. Well, I'll have
for the envelope.
Yeah, let's do this at the same time. Let's just do right here on the front of the envelope. And
now Marcia's husband just said, hey, that's where I got the magnetic bowl from.
there, yep.
Yep.
Okay, so I've kind of got the same thing going on the outside. And I love our stamp chamois because that's quick. You put those away for me. And then let's see here. I will go into, I'm going to put these away as I go. Otherwise I end up with too many. Fingers get into stuff. I have to go clean my stamp pad now that I pop some green into it. And let's do some of these little mini flowers. I'll do one there and we'll do one half off and half on there.
It's kind of cool.
You like that?
Yeah.
Okay. There you go. Good, because... And then this is, so magenta, Granny Apple Green, Daffodil Delight, and Pacific Point is what I'm using. And these are the same colors of what I'm going to be doing for decoration here. And I'm going to go ahead and in the center of this flower, I'm going to just do the Pacific Point with these little, I don't know, doohickeys. Is that
Pistils?
Yeah, I think they're called the stamen or something. And then I'm going to come back here and throw a few of these around on the envelope and the inside, just for some of that color. And if you wanted to, you could even, this one's got kind of a small little ridge, but you could also do some there. All right. I hand this one to you too.
Okay.
Doohickey number 3.
10. I don't know.
Then we'll go ahead and it's given that time to get
How
in.
long does that usually take
What?
to cool down?
Not very long.
Oh, okay.
No, not very long. But when you do it when it's wet, like right after you get off of that heat tool, it moves it around still. And I have been known to smear. So you could do it over here too. We wouldn't have to do on that same side. Let's do that over here.
Fishing tackle boxes also work for good storage.
Yes, they do.
That's what Gene shoots.
I'm being proven wrong, Gene. You give him such a big head every week. Knock it off. Okay. So now let's come back to the front of our card because we've got...
It's very pretty.
It is very pretty so far, right?
Mm-hmm.
Tips are not done there, though.
Okay.
So let's go
Number
digging
8.
in here. Let's see. I want to do... Let's do this. So I have... Now you guys know me. I'll do as much as I can with this green glue. I need to get this to buckle back down.
The heat worked it?
A little bit. But I got to get this crease to like crease better.
There we go.
There we go. That's a little better. So I'll do as much as I can with green glue because it's, I'll be honest, it's cheap. It's very inexpensive. I get the most for my money out of here. So I just hooked this down a little bit here.
Oh, wow.
Because I want to kind of bend some of these leaves up. And I'm probably going to have those bottom ones covered. There we go. I'll move that up. Then I'm going to take this and bend these. Oh, you done your jokes. Now you're going to go fall asleep over there.
Right.
He got his jokes out. He's over here yawning. Jeez. That's all you come for.
For the jokes?
No, to get someone to laugh at you. Okay. So I've popped that up on a mini dimensional. Okay. Because I don't know what all I want to do with it here. Let's see. Ooh, that one might be kind of fun. And, ooh, this one. This one would be fun. So I'm just giving a little bend. Doesn't have to be perfect, but just so that they're not flat.
You know, people are going to so case this card.
Good. Well, I got another one yet to show you that kind of goes along with this that you can case. Okay, so now let's see. Up or down? I think I'll do up on this one. And then, now that's Pacific Point. This is Granny Apple Green. This is Magenta. And this, I'm introducing a new color. Must have had some left over. This is Mango Melody. It's kind of a bright. So I'm going to glue this. And you could use a glue dot if you want to, but I say...
let it slide around a little bit.
Well, and I just feel like it's... I don't know. It just is a money saver. I'm all about that. Now, I just cut all those Pacific Points, and I'm looking for one right here. Aha, here. I got this little jobby, and we're going to kind of scrunch that up a bit, too. And I'm going to put this, I think I'll just put it here.
They think I need more Scooby snacks.
Who thinks you need more Scooby snacks?
Ireland and...
oh my gosh.
Noel and...
you guys! Let's see. Here's another little Let me consider that. Let's do, I can hear the dog over there snoring.
You sure?
Yeah, she was doing a little peep. Here's a, now this is a daffodil. So let's pull this one out.
Hi, Joy.
Hi, Joy. Joy always makes me smile for no reason whatsoever. I'll just smile at Joy. And let's get one of these little bitty ones here. So I'm going to glue this with a little bit of my glue. And then I think I am going to take this one and stick a glue dot on it. Well, if I can grab it. There we go. So we'll just tuck this in this way. Oh yeah, I can hear. You can't hear her?
I can hear her.
She's over here. She's chasing a squirrel in her dreams or something.
Her eyes are awake now.
Oh,
You woke her up.
I did. I'm going to use another glue dot since I put the lid on and I'm too lazy to go unscrew that. And I'll put this one. Now each one of these are going to turn out a little different. So
awesome.
I did 3 2-layer colored flowers that mixed in there. And 2 of the 3 were popped up on the mini dimensionals. Everything else was glued down. But we got to have some bling, right?
Ooh, gotta have the bling bling.
Gotta have the bling bling. So let's take this. And let's just do, this can be the large one. And this can be the middle one. And let's do the baby one here. That got off a little to one side. There we go. Okay. Isn't it cute so far?
Awesome.
Oh, you know what I just saw as I was in there? I didn't see this earlier. In my little, I keep these little boxes of all different kinds of our stuff. Is there anything that might look good on here? Oh, there's a lot. Let's add a few of these. This could be pretty.
Really blinging her.
Well, just a little bit.
Gotta have some of that little with it, or the ice with it, I guess.
Is that, now did you just whisper that and they couldn't hear you? Because I don't want to be the only one that hears him when he makes his mistakes.
Gotta have some ice on it.
Ice. I like how you call it ice. We'll stick a few of these around. This is kind of pretty. Odd numbers, so that's 5. That'll work. We'll do that. All right. Now, those were the basic rhinestones, and this is the Artistry Blooms adhesive back sequins. So very pretty. Probably my favorite adhesive back sequins so far that we've ever had. Okay, so that's this card. But now, with that inside done up, and this is that slimline, that mini slimline. But I want to show you something else. So, in our catalog, now this was a great tip on teaching you how to put these through the die and how to put that through the cutter and everything. But let me just show you something else, because this is going out. If it hasn't already sold out, I don't know. But have you guys seen the curvy, the quite curvy?
Yeah, we've used it a couple times.
I know, right? This is one of my favorites, and for it to leave actually breaks my heart. So let me just show you something. Taking the same thing in mind, you can make the same kind of card with the quite curvy and have that same sort of look. Beautimous, right? Or the curvy stands on its own and you could just have your sentiment up at the top without it. Options, right? Total options. Isn't it great? So I don't know which I like better. I like them both, but I do think that having that curvy, I'm kind of partial. Do ya? You like it?
Yeah.
And this will no longer be, my Quite Curvy is going to go away and I'm going to cry. And this is actually the sentiment from Quite Curvy as well as the Curvy dies. You buy them as a bundle. Right now you save 10%, I believe. Yep.
If they're in stock.
If they're in stock still. So if you don't have them, I would say, I don't know that I'm ever going to part with this set of dies. I really like this look, whether you use the Curvy or not. I just think it's very pretty. I really love that look of that. So anyway, couple options for you. What did you think? What are they saying?
They're loving it.
And
so many tips tonight.
There was quite a few, wasn't there?
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes I'm a tipster. Which do you like better, with the sentiment up there, or do you like to have both sides?
The sentiment.
Do they? Having it just off and having a little bit. Yeah, it's so pretty. Just so many options with this die, which is current and not going anywhere, set and stamp set, as well as with the Curvy that I'm so sad is going to be gone. What I love about this stamp set, this In Bloom one, is that you get these stitched floral, but then you can also stamp. I mean, it's kind of a twofer, you know.
Mm-hmm.
I like that. And both of them,
simple,
the quite...
but elegant.
Yes. And both of these, the Quite Curvy and the In Bloom, if you buy them together, currently now, before the new catalog switches over, you get the extra 10% off, which is kind of a plus in my mind. So I forgot one thing before we head to the drawing. I forgot to show you guys. I got to talking with all the tips, and I need to show you guys some cards that I got. So my friend Jill Peterson sent me this little lovely, I won't share on here, but sent me this little lovely, it's a fun fold card using the succulents, and succulents are my favorite plant because they're really hard to kill. That's the honest to God's truth. And then my sweet little Beth Ann, if we ever make it to Philly, we're going to find you, sent me this cute little Easter card with my Curvy and the hydrangeas. So perfect timing on that. I love it. It is gorgeous. Thank you so, so much. I love how you did the shading on that behind the church, by the way. Don't think I don't know that you didn't mask, or that you masked it, because I noticed that stuff. And then I have challenged my downline to a competition of doing a mini slimline card. And so my ever famous Kristen Wenzel, or LaFrenzo as Bill calls her, long story, made this beautiful one with the butterfly paper that is no longer. That makes me so sad, but the set is still available. So your name will go into the drawing for our competition. But she went overboard and totally made the envelope.
Wow.
I know, right? She always does good. And then she also donated, I donate cards to the Humane Society here, so she made me a couple of pet cards. So I've got a puppy with the cute little doggy bone.
Oh, wow.
And look at the kitty one. Oh my gosh. So cute.
Love those.
Love them, love them, love them. So, and then Marsha about broke my heart with this one. It's just absolutely beautiful the way she used the vellum on here and everything, but it was more your message, Marsha. You don't know how much that means to me. She was thanking me. She was a part of my celebration appreciation and sent me a thank you card for that. So thank you so much, Marsha, for your card. It's gorgeous. All right. If you would like to purchase any of these items that I demonstrated tonight, you can do so through me. If you want to get into my drawing, just share this video and let me know that you shared it, and your name goes into the drawing each week. Who would like to win one of these lovelies?
Who wants them? Well, you better have shared last week.
So if you shared last week, you get in this week's drawing. And if you share this week, you'll get in next week's drawing. So
there we go.
I want you to draw 2 names, Bill. I've got all of them in here. Thank you so much for your shares, by the way. It helps me get my business out there and known.
Jackie Johnson!
Jackie! Yay! You won one of these
she
cards.
says me on there.
What's that?
She's going, me to win.
Oh, well, you did.
And then Heather Ford.
And Heather Ford. So both of you guys, thank you so much for sharing my video. You guys, we really do appreciate you coming and listening to Bill's dumb dad jokes. He just gave me a face. And watching my videos. I do appreciate that. So we will see you, well, Friday at 4, I'm going to have a demonstration, just kind of a Piccadilly parfait, one of my quickies, and then we'll be back here next Wednesday evening at 7 p.m., both Central Time. Take care.
Bye.
Bye.